morning, everyone, and welcome to Homestead Tessie. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's video. This is a double video on Wednesdays and Fridays. I like to have 2 videos out for all of you. It helps me out and it keeps my content real fresh and real recent. That way, I don't have any old content. I'm going to sit here and talk to you a little bit. So on the Wednesdays and Fridays, the second video is always more of a talking point because every day I have busy work videos for all of you. But right now what I'm doing is I'm working on my herbal. Oh, it smells so good. This is sage and all of my herbal blends. I'm kind of working on all this to organize things a little better. But I'm going to talk to you about what we've been talking about a lot is the old ways, the Amish lifestyle. We talked about having oil lanterns, about living a simple life, about all of the things that you can do that will help you save money, especially when Social Security is really tight, which it is. I've gone into deep details of our finances and Social Security and how we are preparing for all of that. And having the almost Amish lifestyle is what really has helped us. So of course it's understandable that my videos will reflect on my life and things that we are doing here on the homestead. And that is what we're doing, is just preparing ourselves for a life of retirement. Now of course, I hope to work as long as I possibly can, but we don't know the future. So what I'm doing is I'm preparing all kinds of things that I'm going to give as gifts, and I'm going to use in the dead of the winter time when I need herbal things like rosemary. I wash my hair with rosemary. The dried herbs, I add that to vinegar, and it's a vinegar rinse. I like to do all kinds of things with herbs in the winter time. And of course I make all kinds of lotions now in the summer, and then I have them all winter long and I don't have to spend for it. I'm gonna go ahead and put all of these things away, and then I'm gonna talk to you about what do you do now? Like, we've done all these things, we went to these courses of all of the things to do. Well, now what? We harvest some more here yet before the frost hits. So now what do? We did all those things, and we're getting towards winter time, and I'm going to do a lot of almost Amish winter living. But we did the summer. I showed you solar units, I showed you canning and dehydrating, and I showed you just about everything. Well, how do we maintain this? It has to become a lifestyle. It has to be something that you choose to do every day, and it has to be something that you enjoy. Let's face it, if you don't enjoy doing this, you probably won't. And one thing is, it saves you lots of money, and I would say it's life-saving because it helps you have a peaceful spirit. When you get up in the morning and you work on these chores like you've seen me do today, it's a lot of fun because it gives you purpose, but it's really fun and it's peaceful. You're not so bombarded with the world and the world events. And while it's important to know what's happening in the world, for some of us, it's more important to live a peaceful life. If you're someone that is bothered and someone that gets very stressed over hearing such negative news, it's okay not to listen to it. There is a calling for everyone. Some people's calling is to be part of the world scene, while people like me are tender spirits and we'd rather just live our days the way we want, and that is in a quiet, peaceful environment. The almost Amish lifestyle has helped me save a lot of money. It's helped me gain focus and purpose. It's also helped me organize, keep my homestead running smoothly. It's also helped me see the world in a bigger picture and to enjoy every single day of my life because I'm not promised tomorrow. What else can it be? You know, it's everything, but it has to be something that you desire. I know a lot of you like to watch me in the evening time to have some calm and peace after a long day. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for enjoying my videos. Yes, there has been a shift, a change in Tessie, me, especially in the last 8 months. And that's simply because a lot of things have happened in my life that brought closure to my life. And it's also a time that I decided it's either now or never. If I don't do it now, I'll never do it. I love reading books about the Amish. I love reading books about pioneer living, the prairie life, the old-fashioned way of living. But if I read and don't ever do anything, I'm only reading somebody else's dream. What about if I could become my own dream? What if I could make my own dreams come true? You may say, well, these are not big dreams, Tessie. No, they're not. But yet you have to put your works into practice. In other words, you can't just read it and think, okay, well, that's a wonderful life. You have to put it into practice. And it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work, but it's fulfilling work. It's life-changing work. And it's also a peaceful way to live. My life doesn't all of a sudden become problem-free. Of course, there are things in our lives that don't go the way we wish. But if your perspective has changed, so has your life. Things that I used to have sleepless nights over, I don't anymore. In fact, I have a lot of peace and sleep. I have no problems sleeping at night. I like coming up with analogies, and I'm going to come up with a really good analogy for all of you because this is exactly what I'm facing today. For weeks and weeks and weeks, I was watering this, and I really didn't know what this was. I thought, well, it might be a flower coming up because I planted this probably back in April or maybe May. And I thought to myself, well, maybe it'll be a flower someday. It was in the shade, and I really wasn't giving much focus on it. Until yesterday I moved it, only to realize it's lavender I grew by seed. I didn't know what it was. Honestly, I didn't take the time to smell it, to look at it. I just thought, well, it looks like something that I planted at one time. That's my analogy. Lavender is really hard to plant by seed. But somehow, somewhere, I did it. My life is that analogy. My life was at a point where I had so much anxiety, so much stress, so much panic attacks. It would have been impossible for me to think that I could live a peaceful life. But somehow I nourished it, nourished the life, and all of a sudden it started to grow, just like this lavender. I didn't know the potential that I could have deep inside me. The potential was I love to read books. The potential was I love to fantasize and read and dream. But I actually started putting the steps in motion to live out the life that I was reading about. And all of a sudden, like this lavender, I'm flourishing like I never thought I would before. I'm enjoying making my videos. I have no stress over making my videos. I have no stress about anything in life that is worth stressing about. And the things that are very stressful, I don't really dwell on those things anymore. I've come to the conclusion in life that things happen, they will always happen, but I need to learn to accept each day as it comes and to enjoy each day and live in the moment. Yeah, that's easy to say, but when you start this path, you start changing your mindset. And when your mindset changes, everything around you will change. I can promise you that. Not all at one time. You see, we live in a culture and a world that, one, you expect to have a immediate solution to a problem that you have. Two, you want instant gratification. I did. I thought, okay, I'll live this way. I'm not going to worry no more. I'm not going to let things bother me. And tomorrow I'm a brand new person. It doesn't work that way. You have to keep working on it. You have to keep developing that. You have to keep developing the breathing techniques, the mindset, You have to immerse yourself into the way you want your life to be, and you will become that. Different levels for different people. Who knows? Who knows where I'll be next year this time? I've always loved Little House on the Prairie. You must understand, this is something that has been in my soul since I was 7 years old. So I loved that kind of life. But I didn't grow up that kind of life because my parents, in some ways I did, in some ways I didn't. But I didn't grow up like homesteading. And growing up with oil lanterns and growing up with old-fashioned things. My mother was someone who got rid of everything. She didn't keep things. I love my things. I love my house. I love my home. There's nothing really I would change in life except for I would love to have an actual real greenhouse, you know, real windows. But other than that, what else do I want? I have it. I have my wood burning stove now, which I love. It's so exciting in the wintertime to sit and relax. It does my soul good to sit and watch the fire. I absolutely love my life. I wouldn't want anybody else's life. Wouldn't want. Well, maybe Tasha Tudor's. I'd love to live in a totally off-grid house. But you know what I mean. I don't want anybody else's life. And so, my friends, that's what it's about. Now it's about maintaining it. Now it's about finding joy in what you're doing. Now it's about just taking one day at a time and enjoying the moment that you're in. Not every day you're going to wake up and feel like you are Caroline Ingalls, the Little House on the Prairie, that you are the most perfect prairie woman. Some days you might not feel like doing a lot, and you don't have to. And then other days you may feel so inspired that you break out your pan and you break out your wooden spoon and you make bread for the very first time, or maybe after 40 years of not baking again. Yeah, you may feel like that. I notice the happier in the element that I have become, the more I feel inspired, the more I feel like doing things. I don't have the ups and downs anymore. I found slow living to be the most beautiful way of life I possibly could ever imagine. And thank you so much for those of you who love my videos and love the journey that I have been on. And I hope that somehow I give you peace. And you know, maybe you're at the point in your life, you're like, Tessie, if I was 20 years younger. But maybe you enjoy watching my videos because it gives you peace. And maybe you're like some of the girls that email me and say, you know what, Tessie, I dusted off my canning jars and I'm gonna can a few jars this year. It's little things. You don't ever have to walk in somebody else's footsteps and think you have to do what they do. Do what you enjoy. Go out, pick a flower, pick something, put it in a vase, put it on your kitchen table. Give yourself a little happiness today. Your mind, your body, and your soul will thank you for it. I can guarantee that. Take care, everyone. We'll see you guys on the next one.